We are a sharpening company that sells knives.
Well, I repair knives, I sharpen knives, every part of the business is something that I do. Our dad taught us how to sharpen a knife, taught me how to sharpen a knife when I was about 12.
And so my brother saw the whole process. My brother saw how he made knives and how he designed and the machines that he used. When he died, I still hadn't really thought of this kind of business. So there's some machines around here that you really couldn't even buy now or make. That's part of it. The business is his machines and my brother's, connection with him as a knife maker.
Well, the story is, he approached me one day and said we ought to open a knife store.
I had been doing it at a local flea market, and about 15 years ago I bought a booth from somebody. Old people wanted to retire. They were sharpening, selling knives.
Yeah, so I sold my Corvette, for part of the money, and then maxed out my cards, and he put whatever he had into it, and we started the store, which it was a gamble,
Henno Rooster is an old German brand. This is not indicative of what they're about. Most of their knives are German made and high quality, Soligen steel. And this one is just it's just a knife.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of these guys are like sharpeners. There's certain sharpeners that, oh, this is bad. This machine here, they say I would never sharpen on anything except a stone. I have a friend that's like that. He's like, no, I would never touch a machine. And I understand that. There's a zen in sharpening.
We don't do any of the old traditional sharpening unless it's requested.
He's an excellent knife sharpener.
My main thing when I get a knife is I look it over. Right now that edge looks pretty even, on both sides. It just tells me that I sharpened these last.
Awesome blades test. Yeah. Sliced just like it should.
I've made one hunting knife, and I've made 2 cleavers.
He's going to be more of a knife maker than he is now. He doesn't have as much time as he needs, but he's made a couple blades and he's got talent.
I know how it all goes together. It's just, having the time to do it. This is one piece of cocobolo wood. It's nickel silver that I soldered. So this piece here was the first piece I made for here. It was too loose, so I didn't use it. I cut another one. I ended up figuring out that if I use this and in that hole, I solder a piece of nickel silver, make it a T, that I could hold this butt cap on with this lanyard hole.
They're everything. To some people, they're a weapon. Like you pop out your knife and like, oh. I always tell people it's not a weapon, it's a tool, To some people, it's fantasy. Some of these guys pulling out these katanas and the helmets or the big blades, it's just a fun kind of hobby fantasy. Before I had this business, I never did. I wasn't a knife guy, but now I can't go without one. I got to have a knife in my pocket. Yeah.
It's funny, I don't always carry a knife myself, but I carry lots of different knives. And I carry old knives, new knives, good knives, bad knives, it doesn't matter.
Lord has blessed me with a, you know, a job that I can work at and own, and you know, everything's good in my life. You know, I'm blessed, just blessed.